Welcome to the Viola Man Workshop. Today we're going to be repairing and cleaning a Lakewood 792 Junior space heater. It's a 750 to 1500 watt space heater. These are very popular. Bought at most of the big box retail chains, and they, due to the forum posters, they are a well-liked heater. And I know that the friend I got this from liked it so much she wanted me to fix it. So we're going to start with required tools. You're going to need safety glasses, some dust remover you'll see there, another cleaning brush, not exactly what I wanted, but I think that'll work for now. I got a damp cloth. I'm going to use that to wipe the outer casing, multimeter there on the left, and power drill on the right, or you can use a Phillips head screwdriver, whatever you choose. So we're going to go ahead and open up the unit. We're going to clean it out, and then we'll get around to the diagnostics of what's wrong with this heater, because there is something wrong with it. Alright, so this could possibly be edited out of the process, but it'll be handy. Back to this. I'm not afraid to admit those were kind of a pain in the butt, but I got them off, and they are marked. So, next things next. One tool I forgot to include that you will need is a crescent wrench. This is just to get the cover out of the way. Okay. And this is your thermostat. Set of contacts there. Insulating pads. Wires, knob. We'll look at that later. There's the inside of the heater. Got your nichrome wire heating elements there. Set fan. Looks to me like a shaded pole, pretty sure. What I'm going to do is take my compressed air. Take my compressed air, blow it out. I take the damp cloth or the dry cloth, wipe out the insides of anything left. The thing about a dirty heater is it can have a couple problems. It can make your the air coming out of it smell. It's a hair dust. Any kind of dander, detritus gets in there, it burns, it smells. You can get dust and hair on your elements. They produce less heat when you do that. It can also shorten the life of them. You can get dust and gunk inside your motor. Shut your motor down. You can get in the contacts. Well, could get on that that contact right there, which we will be inspecting for possible issues, considering what the problem is with this fan. We'll talk about that in the next segment, but I'm going to go ahead and take some time, clean this out, and I will see you in a minute. Okay, so I started cleaning this thing out. I took my canned air, this out. I'm going to take the back off here in a minute, and we're going to clean out those the vent back there. Now we'll have a look at the motor. We'll identify the shaded pole in it, because I'm certain that the shaded pole motor, very common in small appliances that have motors or fans that don't need a lot of torque. Fairly efficient motor. Pretty reliable, not real powerful, but widely used in small heaters, air conditioners, ventilation fans in your home and elsewhere. And we'll talk a little bit about how the shaded pole works when I get it out. And do that by taking off the back piece, pulling it out, and we'll get you at a good angle to look at. Also have the thermostat here. This is capable of doing 13 amps at 120 volts, or 13 amps at 250 volts, and 15 amps at 120. So, pretty handy little thing. And we're going to look at this a little more. I'm positive I know what the problem is, and I will show you in just a moment once we get it all cleaned up. Then we'll do the repair. So, yeah. Okay. Have the inside pretty cleaned out. Just gently brushed off the elements and use compressed air on the fan. Very gentle touch on the fan if you ever have to touch the blades. You don't want to bend them. Check the vents for clogs. As you can see, these are wide open. If they get bent closed, you might want to bend them back open. The better airflow you have through it, the better your heater works and the warmer your room or house can be. So, always a good idea. And that way, and if you're happen to be repairing it for somebody, it's always nice to send it back to them in better condition than they sent it to you, and not break it. So, alright, so we're going to take the back off, have a look at that real quick. We'll talk about the shaded pole motor. I've already taken a couple of screws off, so. So, I'm wondering if I'm going to be able to see the shaded pole. Some of these motors, the shaded pole is really easy to see. It's usually right on top, and it's a little piece of copper. Little piece of copper that is set on one side of the around the stator. And it causes a shift in the EMF, electromagnetic field, that is created inside the motor when you apply power to it. And what it does is it throws the motor out of phase, 90 degrees, and makes the fan spin so that the magnetism is getting pushed around basically, and it's throwing the motor, so it kind of ends up chasing itself, and it is propelled by how much current is being put into it. Real neat motors. They're used to do everything. So I don't see it, but as you can see in here, I didn't quite get that clean right there. I'm pretty sure you can see it. Yeah, it's pretty messy. It's a little blurry. So I'm going to take my canned air and gone. I'll run that in there. Get this motor cleaned out real good. Want your motor to last, clean it out. Once or twice, 3 times a year. Check your safety instructions, your maintenance in your manuals. Don't do anything they tell you not to do. Wear your safety glasses. Works. Alright, so now we're going to take some sandpaper and we will sand between the contacts. That's where we found the little piece of gunk. Let's see if I can get that in there pretty good. I don't think there's any way I can hold this to really give you a good shot of in between the contacts, but right in there. I found a little piece of gunk. And I got it out with an X-Acto knife. And I'm going to take, and since it's separate now, as it was fused together, take this little piece of sandpaper, and I'm going to feed it in there and sand both sides. Should clean it satisfactorily. open. I'm using a pretty fine grit, but I got this from a hobby supply. For the things that I do, this should be good. It really depends on how scored up the contacts appear to be. But I can see light through that spot right above my finger. If you'd like to wait till editing to find out how that came out. There you go. That's how you clean contacts on Thermostat. Runs on 1500 watts. We're going to go with 750. I don't know that it'll really matter. As you can see, it came on and turned off with the knob, which is a good thing. Just set the trust that my meter was reading the correct temperature. That's it. We just fixed a Lakewood Lakewood 792 JR. And there's my kids. Time to go. Thanks for coming to the Viola Man Workshop. We'll have more videos up soon.